I was preparing for this, he offered his services, and I want to tell him thank you for offering his services, but I had to grow up and find my own stuff. Seek for myself.
That's right.
So now that I can come and preach a message to him, he'll receive it.
I will.
Yeah.
And then we can just preach to one another.
Amen.
Because he's always preaching to me. And I'm thinking, Lord, why is he coming to me with this morning? But you know what? It was all good though. Because it made me open my eyes to some things and made me wiser to some things. And thanking God for Mother Smith on this morning for appointing me as a speaker, because from what I'm understanding, when we was preparing for October 5th Sunday, she was to speak. As God said, not so. Sister Payton is the speaker. And so when Sister Miller said, Mother wants you to do it, I was like, well, y'all so ready, huh? But that's okay.
It is okay.
Because I needed this. I needed damaged goods on today. And I want to thank her and my sister-in-law for preparing the vegetables that's going to go along with the meat. Amen?
All right.
So they had damaged vegetables, and I got the tough meat
Okay.
that I'm going to try to tender up for you.
Tender it up and cook it. Yes, all right.
And serve it to you as God has given to me on today.
Amen. Amen.
And you know, I know that when y'all walked in this morning for Sunday school, y'all was looking at the walls like, what in the world? But just keep looking, because there is a purpose. Amen?
Amen.
So if we go to Psalms 119 and 71, it says, it is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. And so the topic today is damaged goods. And I found damaged in the dictionary meaning loss, detriment, harm, mischief, injuries of various kinds. Damage is the kind of injury, of the effect of injury that directly impairs appearance, value, usefulness, soundness, etc. Detriment is a falling off from an original condition as the result of damage, depreciation, devaluation, etc. Harm may denote either physical hurt or mental, moral, or spiritual injury.
I got it.
Mischief may be damage, harm, trouble, or misfortune caused by a person, especially if maliciously impaired to hurt.
Right.
So, then I went to affliction. After reading Psalms 119 and 71, it said affliction means a state of pain, distress, or grief. And if you notice up on the wall, grief is there. Misery, a cause of mental, bodily pain, as sickness, loss, calamity, or persecution. So then I said affliction, we think about suffering.
That's right.
So suffering means to undergo, be subjected to, or endure pain, distress, injury, loss, or anything unpleasant.
Yes, yes.
So that takes me to 2 Corinthians. If you are following me there. 2 Corinthians 11, 24 through 30. It says, of the Jews 5 times received I 40 stripes, save one. Thrice was I beaten with rods. Once was I stoned. Thrice I suffered shipwreck. A night and a day I have been in the deep. In journeyings often, in perils of waters, in perils of robbers, in perils by mine own countrymen, in perils by the heathen, in perils in the city, in perils in the wilderness, in perils in the seas, in perils among false brethren, in weariness and painfulness, in watchings often, in hunger and thirst, in fastings often, in cold and nakedness. Besides those things that are without, that which cometh upon me daily, the care of all the churches. Who is weak? And am I not weak?
Right.
Who is offended? And I burn not. If I must needs glory, I will glory of the things which concern my infirmities.
All right.
Now if you go to the book of Job, and I'm sure most of you all know about Job, but I'm just going to point out the highlights. We're not going to read specifically, but Job was from the land of Uz. He was a perfect, upright man and feared God.
All right.
He was very careful to avoid